Welcome. We are back. Didn't realize that it already started. All right. It is 4 p.m. The market has closed and we are starting to get set up here. We saw a little bit of a haircut into the close on Nvidia. I'm calling good news. I think that's bullish. I think we're going up. I think we want to see that 6% expected move to pop the 200 level. So I like the air out into the close. I like the de-risk. Get those weak hands out of here. We don't want them. We're not interested. You know what I am interested in though? Well, I won't rush. I think we got a guest coming in soon, but when he's ready, we will pop on into that. Until then, watching the Nvidia there, we're going to be talking about this one the most because it's the most important for a reason. We do have 20 minutes. They always report at 4:20. So we're going to be watching others for CRM. CRM here is going to set a good standard for software as a service. Looks like first move is up. I'm going to start looking for those results. Bear with me while I'm solo here. It's a lot to process. So CRM first move up as I log into my Twitter. Whoops. Okay, we're going to be there just in a moment, folks. Meanwhile, we're going to be talking about a few other software as a service as well. We also have the Trade Desk, TTD, and we have Snowflake. Snowflake has been a dog. It's been a tough one. We can see if this is enough to put in a bottom. We have multiple of these earnings of the sector reporting at once. So maybe we can finally get some traction here. How we doing, folks? Hope everybody had a good week so far. And let's keep it going. Sorry, searching for that result. Now going red. Okay, so we do have the numbers. It looks like a double B. EPS expectations were 305. The EPS came in at 3.81. Solid beat there. Revenue expectations 11, just under 11.2 billion. They came in at 11.2 billion. So essentially in line in terms of revenue. A good beat on EPS. I'm going to keep you updated as I see more stuff coming in. Looks like Q1 revenue essentially in line. Seems like we're just not strong enough to really, or not good enough results to really change the tide here. So seems like they're still selling off. We did tag into the 200 as well. Always spooky when you pop up on earnings into a big level and then reject. So not loving that result. I'm going to keep the train moving here and see if snow came out yet. Not seeing anything there yet. Oh, here we go. Nope, never mind. Still not out. Still not out. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. Sorry, bear with me here. Brain is processing here. Still not finding any information on Snowflake, but we are going to start putting some others up on the chart. So Nvidia, obviously the star of the show. But these other ones are going to be important, like I said, for software as a service, in particular TTD. There we go. Snowflake to the downside, I think that 175 is the level you're looking for to breach if you are still bearish. TTD is going to be reporting. It should have reported. Okay, yeah. So TTD did report. They are down, getting hammered. No reprieve for software as a service yet. And TTD was always kind of a trash company, not going to lie. Low quality. Tuck saying he'd rather have IGV up and SOXL flat. Yeah. Well, we can't always get what we want, brother. 10% down here on TTD. Looks like a rough report. Let's look at it. It is technically a double beat. So earnings per share expected numbers were 0.58. Actual is 0.59, a 2% beat there. Revenue 840 million, expected 846. Actual number there. So 1% beat there. That ain't going to be enough. I don't think. We'll see if there's any buyers that step in, but I would imagine this thing airs out to $20. If not today, then pretty darn soon. So Snow, all right, let's see if we got those numbers. Snow is actually up. And this looks like a pretty strong move so far. And okay, that's why you got to let it cook. We'll see if this plays out higher. So far, it is bidding on up to that 180. We want to see if that's going to flip or pop. Right now, digesting rapidly, violently. Where are we going? Okay. Still waiting on those snow numbers, but it sure looks like they're going to be there when this page loads. Oh, still not seeing it. But decent move up there. We'll see if the front run is real or not. So 15 minutes until the big boy, until Nvidia. And that's another thing. We might see some red to greens on the smaller names when Nvidia comes in and rocks the house, assuming good, fingers crossed, assuming we get a good result. Remember, we are looking for a breach of 200 to the upside on a good result. If we are not getting that good result, we can air out to 190 quite quickly and potentially lower, potentially that 185. Those would be the two areas I'm really looking for, keeping it simple on the round numbers, those 5 numbers. And that's where my head's at. A few other ones to keep an eye on. We have IONQ that just came out, I think. Going to take a look for that one. Snow still holding, digesting that 180. Just keep on watching that level. IONQ first move is up, surging from 33.50 up to the 36.50 handle, now consolidating at 35. This one has been in a strong uptrend today, and our Rigetti as well broke a downtrend. So these are on my watch list. They might have bottomed out enough, and they like to run with all of the risk on quantum compute stuff. So let's see. EPS came in at 1.93 versus minus 0.47 expected. That's a massive beat, guys. Wow. That's a massive beat. So these are back on the radar. These are back up on my trade list here. I thought they were gonzo, but here we go. All right. Definitely interesting stuff there. So revenue 61.9 million versus 40.4 million. That's a 53% beat there too. EPS up 308% year over year, 154% quarter over quarter. Revenue up 429% year over year, 55% quarter over quarter. This is a huge upside surprise beat in my book. So it has high short interest. It can get popped down, but I would love a dip to buy tomorrow. We're going to take a look at this one in this week and see how the market digests these earnings results. So Nvidia, we're still watching, we're still waiting. You do like to see this price action in a good earnings. You like to see the bullish trend all day long because you want to see people eager to get involved. You like to see the washout into close too. Often you get these washouts when it's just kind of like ran too hot and the market's going to take some profits, and then just because there is potential risk here. But this allows those weak, those wimpy, puny cowards, those non-believers, to give their shares to people who are saying, hey, sign me up. I'm strapped into the rocket, baby. And those are the guys, they don't sell as easily, right? So that's a great way to think about it in terms of just transferring shares from weak hands to strong hands into these binary events. So then if we dump, but the earnings aren't that bad, you'll see an even bigger transference of short-term traders getting out, gamblers getting out, and investors getting in. And that's how you base out a stock. So Nvidia, I'm bullish. We'll see how it goes. IONQ back tested the 35. Like we said, high short interest. It's going to rock and roll, but catching so far, I would expect this to keep on cooking. I love it. I love it. What else we got going on? Let me keep on scrolling. There's a lot of good earnings here, but I'm honed in on Nvidia there. That's the most important. Once we have a second to breathe here after this initial wave, then we're going to talk about the implications coming in and what we can make of what we've seen so far. And bear with me just one second. All right. Getting on back to it. Snow is still bopping under that 180. So the 180 is decent support. We can take a look on the daily and see what we're seeing there that we're bumping into. Probably a pretty decent resistance. So there it goes. Yeah. Usually when you see this price action intraday, you can bet your bottom dollar there is a daily moving average there. So we popped into this, zoom in here. We popped into a few things. First off, this pivot, you can see that's just the chop box, or it's like, above, below, above, below, above, below. Psych, we're going down. And now swept out the lows, trying to reclaim a decent W bottom here. So we're trading back into this. We also popped our head into this 180, which is the falling 21 day. That's our line in the sand. We can just watch. Rejection, 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 rejection. That's been the name of the game, right? Rejection over the 21 day. So far, we did technically get a small rejection, but this could be what stops that trend. Going to be watching for continuation here. We do not want to see it lose the 170. Meanwhile, CRM recovering just a little bit. Snow's beat might have helped that. This one might end up being a flat, a nothing day. And this is actually up from yesterday still, so it retested this morning's lows and still holding. IONQ, as expected, this one's going higher, guys, probably to 40. Congratulations if you got in when we mentioned at 35. I'm too tired to trade these. I'm going to be honest. It was a good day. I don't need to get more gray hairs here. But really nice, really nice, really nice. I should have taken it, to be honest. Going on down the list, let's see what else we see. Check RDW. Thank you so much. I forgot about RDW. Beat, I'm assuming. I love the stock. Going to be looking for numbers here just in a second. Looks like violently flat so far. They whipped it on down to 828. Now we're right back up to the 859. I'll have those numbers for you in just a second. I love the stock, though. I don't know if you are in my server or if you are familiar with my obsession with this name. I think it's a very fascinating one. Give me one sec to read here as my brain buffers. So bullish options positioning apparently today calls outnumbered puts by 4-1. I think the stock is the chart was very, very constructive. So I love this one. This one might be not one that doesn't move too much on the earnings themselves after hours, and we get it in the continuation move after, the reversion move after. So really quickly, let's see. We have ARRY numbers as well. ARRY Solar. Going to pull that up in the middle here. Okay, they got smacked there. Revenue 1.828, up 40% year over year, but net loss per share 0.73. So adjusted EBITDA there is 187.6. And looks like a really quick overview of what they said. Record order book, 2.2 billion, 2 times book to bill. DuraTrack expanding globally. I don't know what DuraTrack is, but it sounds good. Good for you, ARRY. I hope you recover. Trading under the $10 handle. We got to see if this thing just needs to chill, rebase, and wait for the guidance, or if this thing is just cooked. It was a tough candle today. This is a rounding top. To me, it looks like a strong chart high time frame, weak chart short time frame needs to come down. That's what I would kind of think there.
Hey, Steve.
Whoa, hey, Joe.
I got you here.
Coming in a little hot here on the mic, very loud, but I love to hear that loud voice. How you doing, Joe? Yeah, we got the dream team back together. Between the three of us, between the two of us, between the three eyes, we got cooking. We're gonna make something happen.
Yeah.
All right. So we're watching RDW here, and really, it's just all eyes on Nvidia, which is mean reverting back on up to the close. Yeah, love to see it. Or sorry, not to the close, to the pivot where it fell off from, right before the close. So Joe, let me catch you up real quick. We got a few things cooking. We got Nvidia, obviously, that's number one. Some big prints in software as a service that we're watching the reactions to. Snow seemed to be the most bullish, but even they are having trouble getting over daily levels, that 21-day moving average. And we're just seeing, yep, guys, when you have the head bonk on that 21 like that, you got to respect it. To me, no go on these yet. No go. Came in like Kool-Aid man. Yeah, he was coming in hot. Hey, Ryan Richardson, good to see you. Welcome. Well, I would rather have loud Joe than quiet Joe, and definitely rather have either Joe than no Joe. So we're cooking. Thank you for joining. Oh man, continuing on with just the themes we're talking about here. We got these software as a service. They're not responding well. They were basically coming in line and no dice, not good enough. The one smash beat we've seen so far, IONQ absolutely crushing on earnings per share and just double beat, smashing revenue. Beautiful breakout here. We're trading over 35. I think that's the pivot I'm going to be watching tomorrow. That or the 34, 35 kind of area. I think these have bottomed. I think they are starting their move back on up. Oversold.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
it's been oversold so much. I've been watching that the whole software sector too. Adobe CRM, Oracle. You've seen that, and
Don't like.
looking for those.
I can't buy Oracle. So here's my thing with Oracle. It's like I think they're the shittiest of the hyperscalers.
Oh, they are. It's the
Okay.
laggard.
Yeah, and
I
to
was
my
long and short today.
yeah, nice. Yeah, I see the interaction from these daily pivots, and that's why, Joe, I'm going to give you some proprietary indicator pretty soon here because I'm working on folding in these
Nice.
daily moving averages into my day trading suite. So we have everything we need in one indicator just to be able to say, because
Yeah,
my whole
very
thing is
cool.
like, Joe, does this happen to you? Because this happens to me a lot where like, I know where the high time frame levels are on the daily, but I just get tunnel vision on the day on the intraday chart and I ignore,
Absolutely.
it happens. It just happens. So having the whole idea is having all of those high time frame levels on your chart, no matter if it's a 1 minute chart, a 10-second Heiken Ashi chart, doesn't matter. It'll
Hmm.
always be there to kind of have your back on the higher time frame. RDW, by the way, I think that this is going to break out the top here. And let me double check. I did not find earnings last time I searched. I'm going to try again.
Yeah, I think we're still waiting on earnings there. I've should have most of these up and can watch for us. Yeah, still waiting as far as I can see.
Sure thing. And by the
And they
way,
say 4:30. I think they report at 4:30 is what's scheduled.
okay, great. That makes me feel better. Maybe I buy some shares. No, I'll be good. I still have my core position from well, not too far off from this level now. I mean, I got in 7 and 8, so like 750 average. Actually, 7 and 850, so like just under 8 average. Round tripped half of my position. I sold some, tranches at like 12 and 14, 12 and 15, I think. So it's been a good trade, but I'd love to reload. I love the company still. It hasn't done what I would expect it to do if space does what I hope it does eventually, which is go to space. So
Yeah.
gonna keep an eye on that one. Snow is breaking down through through the after hours lows. That earnings candle low. It's a bad look, guys. And that we just got to trust our 21 days. The head bonks are no joke. And I think
Yeah.
CRM, I bet we'll see something similar on CRM actually. And by the way, 3 minutes till NVIDIA earnings. I do want to give you guys a little bit of a primer on what we're looking for in terms of the numbers there. But real quick, let's look at that daily CRM chart. See how bad it can be. It's just ugly. It's trading sideways for this long. Never short a dull market. But if we have a catalyst to push us down, this could just be a bear flag. Kind of tough. It can't get traction over its 9 moving average. At least the snow got to the 20. So I just still can't buy these, unfortunately. I love a good dip buy, Joe, but just
Hmm.
not seeing it yet. So coming on into the earnings for NVIDIA in a couple minutes, we have some shake and bake. Real quick, here's the story, guys. It's the most anticipated of the season for a reason. It's the undisputed leader in AI chips. It's gonna the results of its guidance are gonna really just be the end all be all in terms of bellwether for the entire tech sector. So, all eyes are on whether we can meet the very high expectations and provide some clarity on the ramp of its next generation platforms. That's what we're looking for sure. The Q4 EPS estimates are going to be about like 1.52 to 1.54. So we want to see higher than that. I would like to see a smash beat. I hope they sandbagged a little last quarter. I kind of forget the results, so we'll have to see there. Q4 revenue estimates are going to be 65.5 billion there. So here's the key narrative, though. I think we want to watch and see like how the Rubin platform launch and the state of AI demand is looking like going forward in the next year here. So we want to see that data center revenue. That's going to be the top watch for me. I think estimate's going to come in around 59 billion there. Gaming revenue like 4 billion. That's not going to be what drives anything. It's all about that data center revenue for me. The last thing of note is we got to look for commentary on China on the demand following the recent export approvals. Yeah, I think that I'm trying to remember what was the last headline in terms of China and chips. This is so hard to follow, but that's kind of where I'm at least where I was when I wrote up these notes.
Hmm.
So that's what we're watching. And 1 minute till the print here with a nice bottom wick. I'm gonna pull this full screen because we know what you're here for, guys. Actually, real quick, I'm gonna pull it full screen on a grid so we can watch the daily as well.
Yeah, that's
All right, we'll have high time frame on the left. We will have the short 1 minute time frame on the right. There we go. You got your popcorn ready? I hope so. Because it's time to lock in. All right, so we have a higher low in the pre-market trading, or sorry, after hours trading session. I like this price action going into earnings. It was a little scary seeing it trading at the very highs of the day, and it is that time. Let me know if you see those numbers, Joe. I'm looking too.
Yep. Just waiting.
First move looks like it's going to be trying up. All right, all right. What if it's just
The
chop?
main show.
I'm wondering if it's just chop. What if Theta Gang wins? I'm starting to wonder. That's going to be my I'm bullish, but if we're not bullish, I could see flat. I could definitely see flat. So let's see what we get.
We need a drum roll.
I know, right? You can cut the tension with a knife. But Joe, this is why I'm a stick in the mud and I de-risked pretty hard. I'm still I have small hedges and I have my core shares positions, but I'm looking for a place to add. And if we rip, that's great. It'll pop and it'll come back to some place that I can get in, and then I'll lever up there because now I have this out of the way.
Yeah, and it's really it's not always the numbers that matter. It's the reaction to the numbers after the fact.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we've been seeing that. We had some decent earnings reports. You would think if a stock is down 40% in like a month and they have decent earnings, that'd be a bottom, right? Well, maybe not. Maybe they really needed to show that this was the end of the slide. Maybe decent is not good enough at these valuations, and we are still digging that hole. So let's see if these numbers are out yet.
I'm looking around, not seeing anything yet.
Yeah, I'm seeing grifters and hucksters trying to pretend like they have numbers. I'm not seeing any real numbers yet. And we'll know when the number, it'll be a big candle.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about these high liquidity after hours ones. There's no, when those are out, So we're in a holding pattern here. Please hold. And wow, did we really close at 193 on the day? No, that's wrong. Please excuse our daily candle there. That's more accurate. So again, we're going to draw out zones of interest here. It's really this simple, guys. Top wick, top wick, top wick, top wick, top wick, mega top wicks. Now we surged into earnings. So we can backtest this and push higher. We can surge higher because we've already closed over this. We can dunk them this, come back, retest it, and dunk more. Those are the three options, I think. Oh, or we could do nothing. Just trade flat and screw your gamble calls and your gamble puts. Probably most likely. But I remain bullish. I remain bullish if we survive this potential landmine, which I don't think it's that scary. I don't know. But again, it's all about positioning. What if everybody's like me and we're all bullish as hell? That could be a little bit of a dampener if we're all expecting even better than what we get. Talk saying 195. Yeah, 195. That's the level. So I'll nudge this up. I have 194. Close enough for government work, right? 195 would be a nice fair value gap into this 4-hour candle on upwards, testing the 9 moving average on the 4-hour chart. You could dip down into this 192, undercut it to 190. It'd be fine with me, and that would represent a retest of equilibrium on a 4-hour chart. So I'm still seeing nothing for numbers, but I love the big bottom wicks there on the 1 minute. But hey, Joe, at least we've only been staring at our screen or at our Nvidia chart for a minute or two here. I know a lot of people are like sweating from the second after the bell. It's like, this is your first time? It's always 420, baby. Jensen's a meme lord.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it for him. What I will say is that there actually is logic to that. Basically, when you are such a large portion of the market cap of SPY and QQQ, that will drastically distort options prices. Options close 15 minutes after the bell on indices. So they want to avoid any funny business, or at least some funny business. So I think it's a good idea.
Getting a little bit of movement there. Not much. Not much.
I'm unfazed unless we break this high or break this low, essentially. Yeah, 195 is the short-term waterfall. Then we pop down to probably this high volume shelf where it starts at 192-ish. Could get down to 190, like I mentioned, on a good number that will revert higher. Any lower than that, I think it's probably dead, or not dead, but needs to reevaluate its life decisions, its capex decisions. I don't know. Every time I hear about Nvidia, like investing a bunch into something that is going to in turn invest a bunch into Nvidia, I just think of Always Sunny. That scene in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where they make their own patties bucks, their own currency for their bar.
Oh, geez.
They fail to realize that they're not actually making any money. It's just the money keeps going in a circle. It's like, what if we're pulling a Patty's Pub here?
I've heard that show's real good.
Oh, dude, you got.
I've not watched that yet. I like a good comedy. It's just one I haven't got to.
Oh, you are. It's like the XKCD comic, where instead of like being like, "What, you don't know about this?" I'm just so happy that you get to experience it for the first time. I wish I had that chance. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that on the list.
What's your favorite? What's your go-to sitcom? What's like number one in your book?
If I have a go-to sitcom, this is really bad, but
no, hit me.
It's like they vary. It's gonna be Everybody Loves Raymond. I'm old school like that, dude, or I'm in South Park.
Okay, South Park South Park is goated. For my generation at least. I remember that was the thing that we weren't supposed to watch, and everything else that was like bad to watch as a kid. I grew up and I realized it was kind of lame. South Park holds up so well. I had great taste as a kid, I guess. Yeah. And Raymond, underrated choice. I will say that. I will also go underrated. I like 2.5 Men. I think it's a terrible show, but I enjoy it. It's one of those.
Yeah. But isn't that kind of like going with the old school Married with Children?
Oh, that one's fun too. I like that guy. I know him from Modern Family because I'm not a boomer, Joe. So.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. I just know Al Bundy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But yeah.
All right, guys. So stealing this from my Twitter feed. Earnings delay is okay, fellas. It means they're really trying to perfect the cook for us. Just let them cook. Jensen's on the toilet right now. He's monitoring the Twitter feed. He's monitoring the situation like Bezos in the control room. You know the meme. And it's going to be okay, guys. Even if we go down, it's going to be okay. I do believe that if we do get an unwind in the market, everybody's going to be so scared. It's going to be a nice 5% correction, and then we're going to get another great chance to surge through this months-long base that we've been building. So I am bing chilling. I don't care which direction we go. I just want to see some. I was going to say I want to see some blood. I want to see some action. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Whoa, 330 viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. By the way, Joe, your face is not on camera. Give the people what they want, if you can. But welcome so much. Welcome and thank you so much to all the new viewers in here. If you like what we do, we'd appreciate a like. We're working hard, but we really just appreciate you being here with us. It means a lot. We are going to be talking about the implications. We are here for another half an hour, so we're going to get the print. We're going to get the tape read of the actual play itself. Then we're going to be talking about what it means for the market as a whole. So definitely good place to be. Thank you for joining. Joe, what else? We got anything else cooking that we should let these fine people know about while we wait for Nvidia here? Yeah, there's a lot of little guys, but like, yeah. Oh, SEZL. Pull that guy up. SEZL was a crazy high flyer. And oh, wow. Okay. Good response there. I'm going to pull up a daily chart, see what we see. A little bit of topping wicks here into 75. If you're in this for a day trade, that's your spot to hop on out. And 75 is going to put us, wow. Very constructive double bottom surging through here. The next level of interest is going to be all the way up at 81, and I think it's going to need some time to digest over this previous level that it just kind of smashed here at 70. So what I would like to see on SEZL is a little retrace to 70, and then onwards and upwards there.
Yeah, looks like
Good
they had a
looking.
double beat there. Yeah, I'm not sure why my video is not coming through.
It's okay.
Just so you know, I all of a sudden I went red, so it's kind of like getting the hook off stage or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know,
they played the Oscars music.
but
Joe, they said you got to
yeah,
face the radio. They're saying nope,
the
get on out of
Oscars.
here.
But yeah, Sezzle they beat on earning revenue and EPS.
Okay,
Just
good for
while we're
them.
waiting,
Yeah, waiting for the big boy, hanging on out.
still nothing from RW, but that should be out soon. RDW, they've got a time of 4:30 p.m.
Right on, right on. Yeah, we're still waiting there. I'm afraid to the second I leave the screen, it's gonna rip. So we still have Nvidia up here. I would like to see. Excuse me. I would like to. Oh, okay, there's the numbers. All right, first move up. First move up. First move up. We're testing 200.
There we go.
All right, getting back to my grid here. Ah, I knew it the second I looked away. Oh, first move,
Oh,
big spike up, seller into 200, but we're still cooking. Guys, don't worry. Let it cook. Let it settle. Don't freak out. It's going to have velocity. I like that it came up, came down, came back up again. We're watching the 200. We knew that was the level. So just let it do its thing. Meanwhile, let's find these actual numbers for y'all. Looking. I'm actually tape reading here. Joe, if you could read numbers when you get them, that'd be excellent. We did push higher, got the surge above the 201. We are on this 1 minute chart here, so we're getting granular. I want to see digestion. I want to see it hanging out, bopping and chopping right at this 200 and basically not giving back the ghost. We don't want to see it come back down to this high volume shelf at 197, which we pushed from. We want to see this continuing to make new highs. There's the new high, beautiful progression there. We see some sellers. We need them to digest. They're flipping 200 to support. Trying at least. So don't expect it to be clean on the first move. It can shake and bake here for a few minutes, but this isn't bad. This is good. That's where I'm at here so far. All right. So we gotta zoom on out on the left chart here to find our levels to the left. Where do we need to go? This is the highest price we've seen in quite a while on Nvidia. So I'm gonna switch to a daily to give us some more room. Meanwhile, still dancing right at our pivot. Healthy, healthy, healthy. Joe, you got any
and
numbers here, by the way?
we've numbers just came in. Revenue estimate again 65.9 billion, and it came at 65.9 billion, came in at 68.13 billion,
Okay.
beat of 3.38%. EPS was $1.50 estimate, and it came in at $1.62, so that's a beat of 8%.
All right, so relatively modest beats here. I think the guides are going to be what really matters. What's up? What's up, Mike Ryder? Good to see you, brother. Glad to have you in here. So it is a double beat, and I'm seeing the first thing quoted on my Twitter feed: compute demand is growing exponentially in all caps. All right, so currently we have two top wicks posted on the 1 minute little chopstick action. Let's wait and see the candle close in 20 seconds. If it can confirm these two top wicks, it probably needs to retest under that 200 pivot. Still not a cause for concern, but just noting this price action as it develops, it's going to be a fast mover. So apologies for the yap in here, but it's a spicy one. We are now trading into a very key level where we have a gap here, guys. We have a gap up to 206.60, and that is my target for the intraday move here, for the after hours move, or for the move tomorrow. Essentially, that's roughly a 6, 7, 8% move, right in that wheelhouse of the expected move. We got the beat. Now let's see if we can hold and cook. Maracus, good to see you, man. How you doing? You guys had a good trading day? What have you guys been trading? I feel like I'm well, now I got brother Joe in the house, but before I was like in my little echo chamber, like very few comments. I know you guys were all sweating watching the charts, but I'm a
Yeah.
social creature. I need my boys. We need to hang out. All right, new tick high. We invalidated. So guys, we were talking about the potential chopstick tops, the tweezer tops. The last second, this candle saved itself, closed at the high. We got the surge, the continuation move. The bull chase is on. This is great.
Yeah, keep that above 200.
Mm-hmm. Love to see it. So now we're also going to draw out our zone. It is 203.87 to 206.80.
And we're also getting movement on RDW as well. Not as
Okay.
exciting as Nvidia, but just so you know, taking
Love
a double miss.
double miss. Let's go. All right.
Yeah,
So
double miss on
sad
that one.
face for my shares. Looks like I might take the break even stop out on the runners, but that's why they run. Sometimes
I
they
take
run
that
in the
back.
wrong
I
direction.
take that back. I'm seeing the movement, but I'm reading the quarter three numbers.
Oh,
No numbers yet on it. No numbers on it
Joe, you're gonna
just
make
yet.
me look. You're playing torture ball with me here. All right.
That's what
So
I'm here for, Steve.
that's what you. I appreciate that. All right. Oh my goodness. You just like flashbanged my brain. What was I just pulling up?
RDW.
Thank
And
you so
actually,
much.
the numbers did come in while I
Okay.
was saying that. So 99.47 estimate, and it came in with revenue of 108.79 million. So a beat of 9.37%. EPS was negative 16-cent estimate, and it came in at negative 58%, a negative 262.50%
That sounds like my
miss
small cap
on
space play.
EPS.
Let's go, baby. All right. So we will see if the 8 handle can hold. I don't know if those numbers matter so much as the guide and the kind of look forward here in terms of I mean, if anything is looking forward in terms of growth and projections, it's space, right? That's the future, right? So we'll see if the market says, oh, well, we don't really care about that anyway. We're in it for the long play. We'll see if this is an area of interest and if the chart trumps the numbers here. So far, holding at 8. I'm not
Mhm.
stopped out yet, baby. We'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, Nvidia is okay. So it got the pop. Let's go back to the full grid there. Whoops. Where are we at? Where are we at? Sorry, guys. There's my grid. Okay, so we almost reached into this gap. We could not quite reach into the gap. So we did find some sellers. They're minor. I would expect a retest of this. What do you get? What do you call it? The whatchamacallit? The 200. The 200 there. So far, yeah, very nice, very nice. We want to see the little shakes. People saying, "Hey, my target was over 200. I've been sweating in Nvidia down from 180 or whatever. This is good enough for me. I'm getting out." Some people are always going to do that. We're trying to say, "Hey, short-term traders, this is a long-term move. Hop on back in. We're going to eat up this dip and keep on pushing higher." So bulls want to see a tick higher. We want to see us eat into this box. But realistically, this is not a bad move in and of itself. So from
You know,
the where how high are we up? Are we, Joe? Sorry, can't you do words? So from yesterday's close.
yesterday's close looks like 193.70 or so. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, so we have essentially we're just under the measured move. So measured move was or sorry, the expected move. It's about 6%. We got to 5.5% before we found some sellers. So this is why the options market is smarter than you and me. Well, than everybody, just about, because there's a reason why these projections so often hit. And obviously, it's not an efficient market. That efficient market hypothesis is BS, but it gives you a great flag post, so to speak, signpost, a great kind of area of interest to watch. So I'm really big about that, Joe. As I get older, I'm less like dogmatic. I'm less like it has to hold this, it can't hold this, I'm
Hmm.
like, here's a zone. Let's see what it do. See where
Yep.
it closes, especially those closing candles. Hanging out with Michael Noss has helped me a lot. Chill out and just wait for the candle to close. Um, so yeah, that's where we're at. As we're chill, Nvidia's chill. It's just matching our vibe here. It's just chill, eating up the dips. Very, very healthy. We love to see this for the market.
Really nice, dip and rip look to
Yeah.
it. I mean, really, I always keep these tight if I'm playing earnings or,
Right.
but
And they're getting you out.
yeah, you got this low, that low 195. Talk was talking about that too, but if you look at back
Mhm.
left on the intraday chart, it's all kind of right in that area there from the open. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. Right in there.
nice little support and just dip and rip
You
right out of the
love
gate.
you love to see it. And talk given some crazy alpha there. He just said 195. Casually, what's the low of this candle? 195.09. Low of pre-market altogether, 195.08. That's about as close as it gets to perfect. So shout out Talk. Great job there. Did you catch a piece of that? You're probably already in. What am I talking about? You've been in since 170. You've been in since right there. 171. Who am I kidding? Oh man. Joe, how humbling is it? Every day in our chat, there's traders who are just cleaning up. I love
Oh
it.
yeah.
I
No, we
love
got
it.
great traders coming
Yeah.
to our chat every day.
So if you're a new guys and you might be saying, what are these guys rambling about? They don't know what they're talking about. You might be right, but our audience knows what they're talking
I
about.
mean, come
Our
on.
regulars.
Crows there, smoked tuna, um, CR Trader jumps
Yeah.
in, and then just a good combination of
Oh,
of
yeah.
just
And different
everybody.
trading styles too. So I get to hang out with Talk and we can talk about our swing trades. He's a boomer like me. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe he's not. But he's somebody who has a lot of experience. Let's say that. He trades like a boomer. And that I mean he is stoic. So I'm trying to embody that, I'm trying to be more systemic like our great traders, Michael Noss, while maintaining the high energy like Mitch. Oh man. So we got a little something for everybody here. Thank you so much. I see this view count holding. So thank you for hanging out here with us. We'll keep doing our best to give you the best play calls here. So far, on track here. We said 200's the target. If we flip that, we're looking for the gap fill. So far, I think we're on track to reach up into here, and this is where we will find sellers. Short term. Ideally, what we like to see on these gaps is a break above and then consolidation in here before eventually breaking on out. This is a low volume node that we want to see fill up with higher volume, have it trade in there in the box, and then eventually say, okay, we've done what we needed to do up here. We cleaned up the tape, filled it out. Now these new buyers can push it on out of this imbalance. So that's what I'm looking for. You can also see sellers defending the gap, though. That's a thing that definitely happens. So, especially because the measured move was right about where the gap is, it would make sense to me as well if maybe we just tap it and reject into tomorrow, and then tomorrow we can sweep into here and then start the grind higher, assuming market is on board with these results and likes it. So far, they do. So far, they do.
yep.
And we just want to see if it can stick. So I'm going to pull up my other chart real quick. Aw, my Ondas took a header. Didn't notice that into the close. Oh well. What else? Sorry, I had a specific thing I was looking for. Now I can't remember. Long day.
I know.
Oh yeah.
PSKY Paramount was another one, but
I'll check that one out in just a second there. What I'm looking for is this hourly oscillator. Pull this full screen up here in the top right corner. I want to see if this can stick the move on the 15-minute flip primarily. So right when we get off, I want to see if this can keep curling and potentially cross over with this new data of this big candlestick here. In general, I think this is really constructive, and I'm just going to go through the other oscillators to confirm. So the 4 hour is actually overbought pretty significantly, but ramping. So this could be a sign of a breakout. Just because it's overbought doesn't mean that it can't stay overbought. So we could see this oscillator eventually come down while Nvidia still trades sideways and then make new highs on the oscillator to go along with the new highs on Nvidia. I say this because on the daily, we still have a lot of room. We are just expanding upwards on the oscillator. We've broken the previous high, and overbought is way up here. So we could see some chopping on a 4 hour, on an hourly, so like in the next day or two. But overall, I think we're in dip buy mode on Nvidia now. And we probably have been for a while, but I've been hesitant to get involved with this one until post earnings. So here we go. Here we go. We are going to retest the 200 shortly, probably. I would expect to find buyers under there, but hey, you never know. You never know. We have seen some givebacks, but that's the level to watch. Okay. I'm going to see if I'm missing anything on the earnings calendar, see if anything else interesting is happening. What was the one you said? I apologize.
Yeah, it's not too interesting. PSKY Paramount. TDOC is on earnings. Another one, slow mover. I don't think that has any volume in it. Sterling STRL Sterling Construction was another.
Oh, that's
but
a high quality name, right?
Yeah.
STRL. I remember this one going crazy a while ago. Okay, they're up on earnings. Wow, yeah. Knocking on 500's door there. Good stuff. I'm going to go to a daily chart here just to get our bearings. Yeah, wow, look at that. just surging. And this looks like a lot of like infrastructure, electricity, building type names. They're just creepy crawly up the wally, and now they're breaking out into all-time highs, and they don't look done. They look like they're starting moves, as we can see by this gap up to the 500 handle on STRL. So if you're a long-term bull here, where might you trim? 500 is not a bad place. You could also watch me fumble with my indicators here. I'm trying to get trying to get a vertical line. Let's do it like this. Bear with me, folks. There we go. So we could be looking for somewhere up in this 512, 520-ish area in the next week or two. Something like that. All right, there's the back test of our 200 on Nvidia. Rubber meets the road here. We want to see a fight. We want to see bullish digestion here. First move, candle closed low. We're getting a mean reversion candle here. This is not bullish yet. One hint will be getting over this purple. Another hint will be right there at the 50% of this red candle into a resistance. If we get back over that, more likely that we end up V-shaping back up above. If we can't, if we reject about the midpoint of this expansion down candle, then we probably need to retest a level of interest in this fib that we just opened up, this range. So the 50% is 199.33. If it smashes the 200, probably is going to undercut this a little bit and hit this 6.2 at 198.34. So these are areas where I'd be starting to look for the buyers to come in if they can't just immediately reclaim this 200. So far, it is a battle, so we're going to keep watching this progress. I'm not ready to hang up the hat on an overall move up yet, but could be all we get into the close here, and then tomorrow is going to be a bit more deterministic in terms of overall directionality, but it seems good enough for me, you know? But like I said, yeah, 200 is going to be the name of the game here. Meanwhile, we got a few other ones. I'm going to start popping up. RDW still hanging out. IONQ in the top right here. Let's see how that one's progressing very constructively. Starting to build out a base up here above 35. And I mentioned 35 being the level to watch. And lo and behold, gave you another entry there off of 35. Beautiful. Beautiful seeing these pivots respect so quickly. So Nvidia looks like we're testing that 50% fib now of the little expanded range we just opened up. Yeah, just a tap right there. Remember, it would also make sense to dig in deeper to this golden pocket, and that would have confluence with the previous intraday highs as well. So a retest of that would be okay if we can find buyers there. But in general, you'd like to see it being snapped up as soon as it's offered at a discount in the middle of the range, under the middle of the range. That would it would help inform your bias that it's going to resolve up. Going on, we also have some other ones that are interesting. Zoom earnings. I am in a speculative small position, shares, long-term horizon. I think this one pops eventually and gets like a 20-30% boost at some point. It might take all the way until Anthropic IPOs. So I don't want too much capital tied up in this, but this is one of the few areas of software as a service that I have nibbled. And that's just because the chart's very strong, constructive on a high time frame. I'll pull it up on the top left here for you. ZM, it looks to me like it is attempting to digest an SOS. An SOS is a sign of strength in a Wyckoff system. And I got to pull it up on my other chart to show you the price history here. We've got to go to the weekly. So big bottom out on these names. Why is Zoom so constructive when all of the other COVID names are dead? We're talking the upstarts of the world, dead. The Pelotons, I haven't checked this chart in 4 months, but I bet you it's going to be dead. Piton, that's what the ticker is.
Yes, PTON.
Yeah, it's dead. See? All right, this isn't hard, guys. What else? What were some of the other previous leaders? Hood? Doghouse. What else? Palantir? Doghouse. At least for now. I'm bearish. I think these keep going lower. I think I think the era of the Palantirs and the Hoods is done for quite a while. But Zoom has decoupled. What separates Zoom from these other plays? Well, they took a large stake in Anthropic. I don't know if you've been living under a rock, guys, but there's this thing called Anthropic, and it's pretty freaking cool. So The Cloud Code apocalypse, which is wiping out all other software as a service, might be the savior of this particular software as a service, which has already been in the gutter. So I think this is a stage one base here, and this sign of strength is consolidation at the neckline of this stage one base. So we did reject it, but we are catching on the key internal liquidity levels. My trigger system here is pretty reliable for long-term buys. Usually buying off the monthly or the weekly, especially off a bounce off of that, is a great level to get involved in long-term. So I would imagine this to be a good place in it for it to eventually chop its way up on out of this base to surge at least to 100 with a measured move of 120 back to the previous area of consolidation where it tried to bottom and failed. So this one I don't hate. And earnings, not an amazing response there. Let's see the actual numbers. Looks like they missed or a mixed result. So I'm seeing, what am I seeing? Sorry, bear with me, loading here. Sometimes the math moves a little faster than the Twitter. Okay, revenue came in at 1.247 billion. That topped the street's estimates of 1.23 billion. Modest, but it did beat on the top line. Profitability was mixed. Looks like GAAP EPS landed at 2.22. Adjusted EPS of 1.44 was just short of the 1.49 consensus. So small miss on EPS. Small beat on revenue. Mixed results there, and essentially a whole lot of nothing on the chart. I mean, a 2% move is nothing. That won't make or break this setup overall. We'll just kind of have to see if this is one where we can potentially get our footing in the software space, and it could potentially outperform and start leading the way up for the sector. It's not a huge component of the sector by any means. Just a fun one that I found is kind of trading on its own there. Meanwhile, Nvidia. Let's get back into the nitty gritty here, because another cool example of the 50% retrace fully in effect here.
Yeah, nice little hold there.
Sorry, where is
I
it?
like those 50% retracements.
They're cute, right?
Look for that. Yep, they're easy, especially if you're scalping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the basic, it's really important, I think, for people to not get too hung up on the details, the exact levels, and be super dogmatic about that, and really just understand the reasoning behind why these systems work. So a 50% retrace represents a repricing up out of the previous range, forming a new range. Then you're essentially establishing new fair value somewhere between this high and this low until this range gets broken, and then you will renegotiate that. The buyers and the sellers will. Until then, though, you operate on the assumption that anything offered under the 50% is a discount if we're going to keep moving on up. So the initial move was up. That's bullish. We would expect a 50% retrace or a little bit more to get bought up, with the understanding that this is a mean reversion move after a strong liquidity event that will eventually resolve up and out of that range. Again, we got to have that higher time frame bias. Otherwise, you're just taking a stab in the middle of the range, and that's no good. So middle of the range trading, you have to understand the why. Otherwise, you're just gambling. That being said, with that higher time frame, I think that it does provide a really nice place, a really nice system here to get involved. So especially, you'll notice the different colors on my fib extensions here. So they all mean something. The red, that's line in the sand, right? I just want it bright on my screen so I know exactly where that equilibrium is represented. The yellow, though, this golden pocket here, this is the area where if we are repricing higher out of this little current range, this is the optimal place for market makers or institutions, smart money essentially, to get involved, because it represents about a 6.2, about a 66, 2/3 retrace. And usually that will align with a previous level of interest. For Nvidia here, it's aligning with the intraday highs, right in the middle of that golden pocket. So this is great. This is a sign of strength that it's holding and bottom wicking above this 50% and reclaiming the 200. We do love to see that, but I would be okay with it down here too. Just something to consider there.
Yeah, I'd be interested if it came all the way back down there.
Yeah, otherwise,
no touching. That's fine.
Absolutely. And it's just whenever there's so many eyes on one print, it's gonna have shake and bake, unless it's just so obviously smash beat that everybody wants to get involved all of a sudden. There's gonna be that shaking out. There's the grid. All right. So Zoom might be breaking down lower here. We're going to watch that low at 82.25. You don't like to see that kind of action consolidating and now just getting guided down with the moving averages. That shows that the initial move down is probably sticking. Worth noting. Still totally fine on the daily. No worries. Series of higher highs, higher highs, higher lows. Not too shabby. Guys, how we got 350 people in here and no comments? Come on, come hang out with us. Tell us what you're trading. Tell us what you're looking for. IONQ, by the way, just continues to cook. Very, very nice pennant here. And this is on the focus list for tomorrow. IONQ, RGTI, QBTS, the whole darn sector. Whole darn sector. So I still think Nvidia has the juice. We can see though. What's up? What's up? Howdy, Josh. How you doing, man? Okay, I hear you, brother. I appreciate the eye candy, but I can't hear you. meanwhile, Nvidia's still holding over that 200, so we're going to keep an eye and see if it can push higher. I'm not necessarily expecting it. I think most likely it flags and pins right at 202.50. But it'd be cool. All right, all right. Yeah, we have a stranger from a foreign land. We could see. Okay, he smiled. He can hear us. Oh, you're living the dream in the pool. Oh, there we go, baby. I love to see that. Hey, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna butcher your name, Vio Stano something. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Hope you had a good trading day, man. Hope we are bullish and hope we are looking up and just crushing it because it's been a good week for us here. I think at Trade the Pool we've had some good moves that we caught. Joe, I know you. Can I give you some flowers? What was the trade you took yesterday that you absolutely sniped? NCI. Let's look at that. All right. So 750s, and that was yesterday, correct? So that was all right. So Joe is shorting up here. He got on the phone with JP. He said, sell it all. Sell it all right now. Right now, we're going down. He bought, sell it. Sell it. Hammered down. Joe, where do you close? We're there. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Massive win. Massive win. When your runners are sorry to interrupt. When your runners are up 10%, that's a good chunk to take off the plate there. I love that. I love that. And then you had the whole day. The whole day. Oh, Larimar. Yeah, Larimar. I remember this one. Woo! That's a cooker. So are these guys do they have are they running because of the FDA news on bespoke therapeutics? Guys, let me put you on. We got people in the chat. Let me put you on a swing play here. Cuz the FDA announced or they signaled at the very least in their minutes that they are basically going to roll back the requirements of a double-blind placebo study on bespoke therapeutics. So that's stuff that affects maybe 100, 500 people worldwide. Things that otherwise there's no financially viable reason to pursue a cure. But this allows a lot of these companies who have been in the early stages of pursuing them a real avenue towards profitability, towards an actual turning of the corner of this narrative. So Alarimar, I wouldn't be surprised if they are one of these. I'm gonna put a few more on your radar. Some of them have already run, and then I'll close with the one that I'm in that has not run yet. So Beam Therapeutics. Okay, actually, this one got a hammering today. They actually had good news, so I'm interested in picking this one up. I'm gonna keep this on the focus list. The ones that I'm in are CLPT, ClearPoint Neuro. This one's starting to work. Let me pull it back on a daily chart to show you what I'm seeing. So just big bases with a big gap overhead. This is the kind of result that we got when they had positive phase 3 trials. It got hammered but now it's still the risk has been significantly reduced with this recent signaling by the FDA. So I think the market's going to start realizing this on next week, because on Saturday we have Rare Diseases Day. So that's going to be a big old spotlight, nationwide spotlight on these very few names that could really, really cook. So I am in QURE, Unicure. I think this is an absolutely beautiful chart for a long-term swing. This is like checking a lot of boxes for me, how these moving averages are flattening out. It's coiling on them and it's closing at the highs here with a catalyst coming up. I mean, just mamma mia. So that's what I'm seeing here. QURE. I'm in this one pretty big. And actually, I'll give you one more if you can listen to me yap for another 10 seconds here. RPID. This is a powerhouse. These guys they do microbial quality control, like automated quality control for vaccines, for pharmaceuticals, for biopharmaceuticals. So, I mean, that's a pretty good place to be in with these kinds of announcements coming out. Before I shut the heck up, I'm just going to show you this weekly chart because it's one of the prettiest on my radar. Look at this absolute pristine cup and handle here, a very well-developed stair-stepping handle here. And I think this one can easily double in the next year or so. So that's my biotech play. I'm sticking to it. I got about 20% of my port allocated amongst those few companies that I mentioned, and a little bit in XLV too. But that's where I'm at. How you feeling, Joe? You like any of those charts? Or Josh, can I get a thumbs up? Okay, hell yeah, brother. He's in. Hey, it's the Megatron of trade the pool. Nah, Joe, you're a handsome devil yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Hey, Joe, when life gives you lemonade, you say thanks. Lemons are great, right? I don't know. I like lemons. All right, all right. Yeah. Oh, oh, absolutely. I was worried you were talking about my RDW. Not that topic. All right. Oh yeah. Getting a little long in the tooth, but hey, we still got the viewers here. They're actually climbing. Got to give the people what they want. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I see you, Braden Ricketts. Thank you so much. You and everybody else, guys. If you like what we do here, well, show us some love. Tune in next time. That's all I really want. I just want to see you guys back here. So that would be awesome. If you want more of us, you can find me at Steve Teilmann. That's STEVE TEILMANN, two N's. So that's my Twitter handle. I don't post a ton, but you know where I do post a ton? My Discord community. Totally free to join. Come on in. You can find that link in the Twitter bio right up on top there, guys. So before we wrap up, let's just summarize really quickly what we saw on NVIDIA. We got the nice push up there. We love to see that. It broke through that 200 level. That's the level of interest. So this big blue box up here, this is the daily gap. This is where I want to see it surge into tomorrow. You can see it already performing very nicely, holding over that 50% pivot there.
Well, I figured it out. Yay! Hey!
Just in time to wrap it up.
Hey, hello to the wife, everybody. Hey!
Hey, Dr. Wife. Welcome, everybody. So real quick, we have some bottoming formation. They're trying to carve out this flag. Watch 199 to 200. That's your pivot. That's where it's going to matter tomorrow, especially. If we dip under that, we want to see quick buying to reclaim. If we do get that quick buying, we can surge up into that 206 handle and progress on outwards from there, guys. So Nvidia, we liked it. This might be enough to save the market and get us some traction out of this holding pattern that we've been in for months. Is it a sure thing? No. But you know what? You can tune in tomorrow and find out with us at Trade the Pool. Josh, Joe, anything to wrap up here?
Joe, go ahead. And Domino, that's Domino right there. What's up, Domino? What do we got? See, I'm in New Orleans right now. We're in, pretty much downtown New Orleans, and we got a little salt water, and it's heated. It's a saltwater pool. It's heated, so a little fun for us at night. I call them AKNR. It's a seminar, essentially in-person training. I have a lot of traders that come and do these. 8 to 9 traders in January of last year. Same in DFW in August of last year, and now here we are, my third annual one of doing. I say third annual, but my third one of doing these, and got about 5 traders this time. A little bit smaller venue here in New Orleans, but brought the dogs this time. Brought the wife this time. Yes, and that is unfortunately a dog in heat. That's panties on, Domino. Yes, that is. But man, all's doing good. That's a great event. I wish I could, be part of a little bit more of you guys this week. I know you're going to me being out, filling in Steve, and of course, Joe, you're always there. Appreciate the team. So I wish I could join you guys a little bit more. And sorry I didn't get in till later. The training got done about 3:30, 3:35. I was like, oh my God, I got to join the guys. Oh crap. I'm supposed to join them today. I forgot all about that.
No, you're all good, man. We just like seeing your face, man. Good to have you in. Josh, real quick, are you going to be doing the call-in show? I'm more than happy to fill in if you got.
Yeah, no, yeah. I texted Kevin yesterday. That'll probably be like just getting possibly done from doing my in-person training tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be done perfectly at that time. So yeah, if you can do it and fill in, and I may join for a minute, like, hey guys, here I am joining for a minute. What's up? And kind of do what I did today and just pop in for a quick second on my break in between, the morning and afternoon sessions that I do at these training events. So yeah, I'll join in, but I don't know exactly when that would be. So yeah, if you could pop in tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'd love to. I get more Kev time. It's we already said it's a date, so it's happening. Hope to see you as well. We can.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll definitely pop in tomorrow for sure. Did we come up with a topic for tomorrow yet? We got to come up with one?
I believe it's going to be how to read post earnings reactions. I thought that would be relevant for Nvidia. If you like that, we can rock with that. If you got something else, we can do that too. But
sounds good. Sounds good. Hey, it's y'all show tomorrow. I'm just happy to join.
Awesome. Well, on that note, guys, thank you so much for being here with me, both Josh, Joe, and every single one of you, all 350 of you out there. That means a lot, guys. So keep the train rolling. Give us a like if you like. You know where to find us, at Steve Teilmann on Twitter. My Discord is in that bio. Josh is on YouTube at AK47 Josh. That's correct, right?
Yeah, and on Twitter. I finally have gotten on X now. Just changed the name, so I'm X. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, TikTok. Josh Smith Trades. So look up Josh Smith Trades. At Josh Smith Trades, no underscores, different letters. It's at Josh Smith Trades. Or, of course, you can find me by Josh Smith and AK47, yes, here on YouTube.
Good stuff. I love it, brother. All right, we're going to hit it hard tomorrow. Great day today. Great week overall. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Take care and have a great afternoon.